Well, it was nice to be back in Truist Arena and get to open up at home. There's no arena like ours, so it's really fun to get to see some of the fans that we've spent so long without seeing people, and I know the girls are really excited, and I thought that we played really hard. We're facing a ton of adversity right now, but there are no excuses. At the end of the day, and we've got to continue to grow and learn. But when you have 8 new players and three returners, to try to teach all of them all of the new things, it's a big learning curve. So this team's going to be just fine. I'm not worried at all. I thought we had a lot of bright spots. We have to get the rebounding figured out, and we've got to get our free throws figured out, and we've got to get our turnovers figured out. But so does every other team in the country at this point of the season. So we're going to continue to grow and learn and get better. We have put together a really challenging schedule, but that's for a reason, because our conference is really challenging every night, and so we've got to be prepared for that. So this game will help us as we move forward.
Lindsay did a lot for our team last year, and this year our offense is new, so just trying to, get people open and get their shots, and then also me trying to get their shots is going to get me more shots. So just trying to help the team as much as I can.
We're really excited. Carter played probably more minutes than we even anticipated that she would, but with some things we got going on in the team right now, that's just kind of where we are, and that's what she needs to do. But I think to be able to have a presence in the paint like that, she's had another double-double. I'm pretty sure she had one against Cedarville too. And as a freshman, I don't know, we've had some really good post players since I've been the coach here. Really phenomenal ones, and Grayson Rose and Emmy Souter and some of those who have come through, Kaylee Coffey. I can, name a few of those that have come through the program, but Carter's pretty polished for a freshman, and obviously has some growing to do and some things to learn. But fortunately for her, she gets to learn through playing and kind of through the fire, which I think is the best way. You can practice until you get out there with the lights on in front of people. But she has been able to do really great things, and I only see her improving from here. Definitely a huge asset for our team. I learned a lot. I learn a lot every day. But I think we have really smart players. I listen to them in the huddle, and I hear them talking to each other, and without me having to say much, they say the right things. Finish, we got to get a stop here. All right, we need a 3. We were in some situations in the game, late game situations when it's close. We need to call the timeout. It's their possession. All those little things I think are really valuable things that even though we do have 8 new players, we've got 7 juniors, really 6 juniors and 1 senior, but sometimes I call her a junior. We do have experience on our team. So I learned that these players, they know situations, they know how to handle them. Now we've got to go and execute them and learn each other and grow together as a team. I think Macey learned something tonight that, maybe that one foul where it was an and one, probably just let her have it, because it's more important that Macey's on the court late in the game and in the overtime segment. I do think that she makes an impact on our team and makes a difference on the court, not just with her scoring ability. So we learned a lot, and we're going to continue to grow and learn a lot and figure out ways we can put them in the best positions possible for us to be as successful as we can be and be ready to go in March, because that's what it's all about.
I think we have a lot of potential. Obviously, we have a lot of new people that have never played together, so it's going to be a learning experience, but I'm excited about this season.
It did, but I think more just in the rebounding, I think they were able to get their hands on some balls and get some deflections and come up with them, but I still think a lot of it is within our control. I'm always going to look at the coaches first. I'm looking at myself first, and what can I do? There was a segment one time I come to the time, like, I should have called a timeout. And Kennedy got the ball, and it's the first, and we had timeouts. I should have called one. Things like that. I'm always looking at that kind of stuff. But I think it did bother us a little bit, but I think we also, the things that we can control would have eliminated a lot of that. So taking care of the basketball. I mean, we did it in the second half. We only had 6 turnovers in the second half. 14 in the first half is just too many. And so, you know, what was different, we didn't do anything different on offense in the second half that we did in the first half. They just decided we're going to be tough, we're going to get it, we're going to get the ball tucked, we're going to be in triple threat, and we're going to take care of the basketball. The players decided to do that. And so, you know, we're going to face teams like that. It's why we play teams like Indiana State. They are much improved from last year, and they had a nice team last year, but they've got a lot of new players and are much improved. And so, you know, we're in our conference, we're going to see that kind of length, and we have to find ways to overcome that. And so it did bother us a little bit, but I think it also is good that we have to face it and then we can grow and learn from it right now, early in the season.